So recently, I had found a bunch of cards in my that I didn't know I had, and I found a big like 5,000 count box, and I found a little Mickey Mantle limited edition set from 1989, and I found a box of 900 count box of Milwaukee Bucks cards, and I found this, which was a 900 count box. It says Greg Vaughn on it. And I knew I had some Greg Vaughn cards, but I had totally forgot I had a 900 count box of just Greg Vaughn cards. So, who's Greg Vaughn? Um, I was a Brewer fan, and of course, the Brewers weren't very good when I met Greg Vaughn. So we got to go to games. It was pretty cheap. You can see in the stands, there's like nobody there. I got to meet Greg Vaughn as a kid, and he was, a pretty up and coming player at that time. He was their best home run hitter, and he was their cleanup hitter. So yeah, I got to meet Greg Vaughn, and but who is Greg Vaughn? Well, this is his rookie card here. Um, he's one of only 30 people on the 50 home run club. Only 30. Only 30 players have hit 50 home runs, and there's a lot of players that have not, such as Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, Gary Sheffield. Those are the top players that played in Milwaukee at one time or another that are members of the 500 home run club that did not hit 50 home runs. But Greg Vaughn did. In 1998, he hit 50 home runs. One of 30 players to hit 50 home runs. And like I said, there's a lot of top home run hitters that never did. And anyway, so I kind of stopped following baseball and everything. Probably 1996 was when I kind of stopped following. So I didn't really kind of realize that Craig Vaughn actually had a pretty decent career even after he left the Brewers. He ended up with, I believe, 355 home runs, which is more than Ryan Braun, which is more than Prince Fielder, Cecil Fielder, which is more than Roger Maris. A lot of people that you'd think are famous for hitting a lot of home runs. Greg Vaughn actually hit more home runs than a lot of those guys. One of the issues was he had a low batting average. He struck out a lot, and it was frustrating as a Brewers fan too. He hit a lot of home runs, but it's like he'd strike out a lot. And it's like, man, and maybe he'd hit 220, 230 and 30 home runs. But when he did hit 270, he hit 50 home runs. And that's in 1998, he hit 270 and he hit 50 home runs. But he didn't, I don't know what the issue was, but he didn't hit a high enough average where, I don't know. He didn't have a very long career because I don't know if that was the reason why, because he just couldn't get above, a decent batting average. Because he sure had the power, but he didn't have that long of a career either. He hit a lot of home runs in a short time, and so yeah, that's what this is. So I guess it wasn't. I thought, man, completely forgot I even had this. Didn't even realize I even had this. What all this 900 count is these are all duplicates of what I got in here. This is basically all cards that are unique, and so take a look. And these are all Brewers cards. I don't know that I have any cards of him as a Padre or Red. I'm not sure. I might. But these are all Brewers cards here. And he's only got one that I know of, one rookie card, which is the Fleer Update, 89 Fleer Update. And these are all, it says rookie on it, but it's really their first score card, well, that's not the first Fleer card, but it's the first Topps card. The Fleer, I like the Topps card. And then the rated rookie, which is really his first Donruss card. And it says rookie on here, but it's his first upper deck card. Bowman. So these aren't really rookies, but in this box are there's a ton of duplicates. A lot of them are the 1990 Topps, and the 1990 Donruss, and so, but they're not really these rookie cards. Unfortunately, I just so far that I found, I just have the one of his actual rookie. But yeah, any suggestions on what I should do with a 900 count box of Greg Vaughn cards, duplicates basically? And I'm going to show you. So, for example, in 1990, the Brewers had Robin Yount, Paul Molitor. They had Gary Sheffield, Greg Vaughn, Dave Parker. Of all the players in 1990, Dave Parker was my favorite player in 1990. I think he hit like 20 home runs in 1990. He was their cleanup hitter in 1990. But yeah, of all those players in 1990, those five I mentioned, yeah, Dave Parker was my favorite that year. But after Robin Yount retired, yeah, Greg Vaughn was my favorite player at the time. It's got a nice little run here of different Greg Vaughn cards. Nothing crazy, but Studio, I used to really like Studio. They had the signature that was kind of rainbow effect to it, and this nice looking cards. Gold Rush. And I'm going to show you here, one of my favorite cards is this card here. It's got Vaughn's Valley. And if you're a Brewer fan, comment down below if you remember Vaughn's Valley. It's one of my favorite cards there because it brings back memories. And here's the 94 Topps Finest. Flair, SP with Dusty Baker there. Leaf Limited. I don't know that I have any other Leaf Limited. That's a nice looking card. And then I have Topps Stadium Club Gold. I don't know. '94 Bowman. It was just nice looking set. Yeah, but then Greg Vaughn, he went on to the Padres and had that, like I said, the 50 home run year. The Reds, he hit 45 home runs for the Reds. He had several just really, really high production home run years, and more than I had realized. So when I first found, a box of 900 count Greg Vaughn, I'm like, oh great, what am I going to do with this? And then I looked it up, and it was like, oh, he had a decent career. He did some, decent things there, and it's a nice looking card there. SP. It's a nice looking card. Flair. Yeah, so like I said, if he would have hit 280 or 270 for his career, he would have had 500 home runs easy, and he would have probably stayed in the league longer with a longer career. He just couldn't quite keep that batting average up to support his power that he clearly had. And it is also nice to have one rookie card instead of like 9 Gary Sheffield. I think I have 9 Gary Sheffields from 1989. Greg Vaughn, I've got 1. So that is my Greg Vaughn run, and my story about my 900 count box of basically duplicates. Any suggestions on that? Let me know. Thanks for watching.